We're so back. How y'all doing? Grizz, Pomo, Gorley, Ruck. Hang on, I'm still setting some stuff up here. Cha-cha-cha. That should be fine. Oh, baby. Welcome, welcome, y'all. How are y'all doing? Oh, I thought I said Diesel. Gorley, Grizz, Rook, Diesel, Pomo. I think that's everyone. Oh, well, give me them numbers. Oh, I'll get you them numbers. Don't you worry. I got plenty of shit to say. Let me just double check something here. It looks like wow. I was seeing some peeking on the old OBS there, but we're good now. We're not doing this yet. That seems like a good time to call it there. Who got the crown? Who got the crown? Oops, I gotta change that. Oi. Oh, gosh. Thank you, Diesel, for the subscription. And thank you, Gorley, for the subscription just now. Yeah.
Oh. Thank you for being here. I like it when you are here. I also like it when you do things while you are here. It pleases me. Please continue to please me. It feels right. Thank you for making things feel right. Continue doing things while you are here that make me feel right. Thank you.
I will be doing my best, Gorley. That's the sweetest thing you've probably ever said. I'm sorry so many of you had to struggle to find something to do last week. I heard that Pomo, God bless his soul, had to resort to watching VTubers. Join the club, buddy. Join the club. Hello, Daddy. Hello. Fillion. Oh, Fillion was your VTuber of choice? Okay. I can respect that. Seems like she would kind of fit your vibe. But yeah. Lots of stuff happened in the past week. Holy hell. I had to go out to Cleveland, officiate a wedding for my sister. I forgot to tell everyone to stand up for the bride until like the very last moment. I had everything planned out. I looked at a bunch of scripts of like, what does a wedding officiant do? What are they supposed to talk about? What do they, what's the flow of a general wedding ceremony? And I got a lot of, ideas from those samples. The one thing that none of them mentioned, and the one thing that I'm not used to, I'm very comfortable with public speaking, so I wasn't worried about like flubbing my lines or anything like that. But I'm not used to directing an audience. So I completely forgot as the bride was walking out to tell everyone to stand up and look at her. I thought that was something that they were just going to do automatically. And as I'm focused on my sister walking down the aisle and making sure she gets the attention she deserves. My parents in the front row, particularly my mom, is like, should we be standing up? I'm like, please rise for the bride. Oh, it was just at the margin, like just when it would have been too late or too awkward to tell people to do that. She was still walking out the door. Everything was good. And then similarly, she gets down to the aisle. Everything's going great. I read off my intro. It's a very heartfelt message about love and why it's important and how hard it is to find and how difficult it is to nurture once you have it. It was beautiful. And then it was time to hand it off to the next person to do a reading. And And it was at that point, as I'm like looking up from my little binder, and I'm handing it over to him, that I realize I didn't tell anyone to sit down. Everyone's still standing right now, and they've been standing for the past like 5 minutes. So as I'm handing it over, I'm just like, you may all be seated, but sorry. So, coming up on the 4-year anniversary of following you. My goodness, Daddy. That's an entire high school's worth. That's crazy. Usually you know to stand when the music starts. I think that's pretty common when it's like the traditional, like the traditional wedding sort of music. Like, what does that go? The only thing I can think of right now is Pomp and Circumstance, which is like the... That's not what I'm looking for. The wedding music, you know, bum, 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 whatever that plays during the normal bride stuff. This was a bit, I mean, I was officiating it, and despite my priest get up while we were playing Faith, I am not an ordained minister. Or at least I'm not an ordained priest, but I do have the license to wed in the state of Ohio. So if you're getting married in Ohio, call me up. I'll do it for a free meal. So yeah, I did have to I did have to remind people to stand up for the bride, because the song that she was walking in with was a it wasn't a pop song, but it wasn't like traditional wedding music, you know. It was it was a slow country ballad about love and loss. Oh, you're licensed in Texas? Ooh, who'd you wed, Diesel? Your state has become famous for being weird, apparently. I'm assuming you're talking about Utah. And I'm assuming I mean, it's always been weird. I don't know what you know about Utah, but if I want to buy any alcohol over 5%, I got to go. No. I married somebody, or I wed 2 people where they were living in Cleveland, because that's where my sister is currently living. I was born and raised in Michigan. Sister lives in Cleveland, where the wedding was. I live in Utah, and we always been weird. Oh, you graduated from seminary. God damn. Okay, so it's just a flex that you're licensed to wed people in Texas. You know, you could start up a service for that. Oh, you did your in-laws renewals? Oh, okay. Docs. Ooh, huh? Huh? But you don't need to have a license for that. Ah. Interesting. Did you go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Not that time, but the last time that I visited my sister in Cleveland was for her birthday, which is, unfortunately for her, December 23rd. So she always gets shafted in the birthday Christmas gift ratio. But I was already there for the holidays. We drove down to Cleveland. She had work to do that day. She had to work on her birthday. Sad. She's a physical therapist. And she said, "Oh, did you know that citizens of Ohio, or I think like if your address on your license is Cleveland, you get to enter the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for free. Like you can register for tickets on like the website and type in like your license number or whatever, and they'll let you in for free." And so my mom, dad, and I were all just like, "Oh, cool. We don't have Cleveland licenses though." She's like, "Don't worry about it. They don't check the IDs at the door. I've been there so many times, and I've brought people along, and they've never checked our licenses." I'm like, well, hopefully that applies to us as well. Foreshadowing. So we go to she books our tickets for us, and we go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And obviously we get there, we show him the little tickets on the screen, and he says, "Okay, great. Can I see your licenses?" And I had to think on my feet. I was doing something that I've, hand to God, never done before. I attempted to lie. So, rather than just going like, "Ah, shit, my bad, you caught us. Where do I pay?" I said, "Oh, I don't have an Ohio license yet. I just moved here for school or something, and I still have my old Utah license. I haven't gotten my other license yet." And I thought that would be enough for him to like be like, "Oh, you know what? That's fine. Just next time bring your license or whatever." No. This guy, bless his heart, was just like, "Oh, no, dude, that's fine. If you just want to like show me like some paperwork, like a utility bill or like a leasing document that proves to me that you live in Cleveland, that'd totally work the exact same. I can let you right in." Uh-oh. Because I've already dug myself into a hole here, right? Like what am I supposed to say now? Now it's even worse. I'm just like, "I lied and you caught me. My B, man. Where do I pay?" You can't do that anymore. So now I have to think on my feet even more. I'm just like, you know what? I'll see. I don't know what propelled me down this rabbit hole, but I was like, you know what? I'll see if I can find it. I don't remember my login credentials, and I only have my phone, so I'll try and figure it out. And so my parents and we go off to the side at the entrance, and we're all just like, "Fuckers, someone check IDs. What are we supposed to? Should we just buy tickets? Like, how do we get tickets? Like, where's the website for the tickets?" And I'm here pretending to look for my leasing information on my phone. And after like 5 minutes of very clearly struggling, that same guy comes up to us, and I don't know what possessed him, but he was just like, "Hey, you know what, man? It's fine. You can come on in. It's all good." I'm like, oh, thank you so much. Maybe he also knew that I was completely bullshitting. And he's also aware that family members will sometimes buy tickets for... Oh, that was another thing too. Oh my God. I forgot I did this. He could tell on the ticket when he scanned the QR code. I think this is what prompted him to check for our licenses, even though my sister swears that she's done this before in her name. So he looks at the ticket thing. He's like, Is one of you Erica?" And I was like, "Oh, no." I had to, and I don't know what possessed me to do this. I thought that it would be a more convincing lie if instead of saying, "No, I'm her brother and these are her parents," I said, "No, that's my wife. We just moved out here." I don't know why I said that. Because I thought, a wife booking the tickets to show the in-laws around or something, that makes sense. But just some random, I can't say like, "Oh no, that's my little sister. She got the tickets for us because we're just visiting her for her birthday." That wasn't gonna fly. But yeah, so you know what I should do? You just opened my eyes there, Rook. I should integrate the same way that I integrate emotes into the chat messages. I should integrate that into the achievements. I need to look at that. So thank God, after all of this rigmarole of just terrible lying and pretending to look up all of my like leasing information, I think he sensed that we were full of shit, and he's just like, I don't want to have this awkward interaction where you guys come back with paid tickets and we pretend that this whole conversation never happened. So he just comes up to my parents and I just huddled in a corner at the entrance, and he's just like, "Dude, you can just go in. It's fine. It's totally fine." What a hero. Kind of a pain in the ass at first because I wasn't supposed to check our IDs. But in the end, what a hero. He sensed the awkwardness and he too wanted to avoid it. That's my headcanon, at least. That's what I'm hoping happened. So to answer your question, Gorley, yes, I have been to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Yes, we did also visit the Christmas Story House, or at least we drove past it. I'm not that huge into that movie, but it was interesting to see, so we kind of just drove past it, saw the little leg lamp and all that fun stuff. And that was my short-lived experience in Cleveland. I think we stayed there for like 2 days for her birthday. No, we stayed there for like 1 day. We got there on the 22nd, celebrated her birthday on the 23rd, and then drove back for Christmas Eve. Oh yeah, we did get lucky. In the more common parlance sense, ninja. Hello, how are you doing? So, yeah, wedding was out in Cleveland. It went great. It was hot as balls and it was outside and I was wearing a 3-piece suit. So I practically unleashed a bioweapon after I took my jacket off and rolled up my sleeves for the reception. But other than that, it was good. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else you need to see in Cleveland. It seems like we did kind of see everything at that point. So, but while I was out there, a lot of non-wedding related things happened. Namely, I was reposting a bunch of YouTube shorts onto TikTok and Instagram. And some interesting things happened. Some very interesting things happened. I always had heard that posting short form content on other platforms was the far superior way to get discovered, or at least seen by people, rather than just like streaming on Twitch. I didn't realize how crazy that was actually correct. We're currently sitting at, I believe this is at like 260K views now. And the fact that I have collectively wasted over 3 months of humanity's time with this dumb little short about Pomo getting his ass plundered is insane to me. Granted, this is the major outlier of all of these shorts, but it is still kind of crazy, and we're going to go over these numbers. It is kind of crazy just how many views you get on short form content outside of Twitch clips or even YouTube shorts. YouTube shorts ain't no slouch sometimes, but I've learned a couple things, and we're going to go over those. I think I even have a list of things that I learned. So the first thing that I want to talk about actually is, so this is my first like serious engagement with basically like the concept of social media, if you can believe it. So I had a open preview projector, this one. I had a Facebook in high school, but I really only ever used it to like keep up with friends in high school or from people out of state. I didn't post there all that often, and I didn't necessarily use social media with any sort of expectation to get any sort of engagement from like strangers. That's the biggest shift between how I very lightly used social media back in the day versus how I'm using it right now. And I was prepared to, I knew I was always avoiding TikTok for the longest time because I knew that it wasn't going to be good for me. I know my kind of personality. I know how much time I spend on YouTube as a whole. I specifically avoid like scrolling YouTube shorts on my phone because I'll know I fall down that rabbit hole so fast. So I was a little nervous falling down the rabbit hole of TikTok. What surprised me though was I'm already starting to, there's things that I'm really starting to notice and pay attention to. There's things that I'm really enjoying, and there's things that I'm really worried about that I'm going to need to keep my eye on. And you'll notice that I haven't brought up any of these pages yet, and that's because I'm about to demonstrate a point here. So the thing that I underestimated in my foray into social media was I expected to be sucked down a rabbit hole as a user the same way that I have been with YouTube, with Reddit, where I just dump all of my free time into that and I feel bored without it. I was expecting some of that. And to some extent, that is true. But I think the thing that's doing the most, or has the potential, if I don't keep it in check, to be the most damaging to my mental, are the things that I didn't expect to experience as like a creator or a participant in social media, posting things rather than just consuming them. So to give you an example, I'm gonna show you something that that worries me a little bit every time I see it happen. So if you're second monitoring me right now, lock in, because this part's important. We're just gonna go to Instagram right here, and I want you to just pay attention to something that happens on the left side of the screen. It's gonna happen quick, and it's gonna be small, but it'll happen. Here we go. Bam, right there. That little red icon that pops up with a little number next to it. I hate how much I like that. I have found myself opening up TikTok and Instagram, mostly those two, several times a day. Not to use them, not to scroll through posts, TikTok maybe to some extent, but almost always to see if there's a little red dot next to the notifications with any sort of number on it. This shit is a drug. Absolutely. The moment I caught myself like going onto Instagram, looking at the notifications, then closing it, going to TikTok, seeing if I had any notifications, checking the views on my videos, and then I closed out of TikTok to open up Instagram again because, oh, maybe it's been a long enough time, maybe there's new notifications. Realizing that felt bad. I don't like that. I actually had to demonstrate this because I wasn't sure. I've been getting pretty regular notifications on Instagram because of the Fear and Hunger post that kind of went viral, that got a bunch of views. I'm still getting notifications for that. So I can pretty regularly know that I'm going to get like one or two notifications every couple hours. This is the messed up part. I had to force myself, like consciously force myself to not open up Instagram to check on my notifications in like the back half of work. I'm like, no. I was basically edging myself so that I could demonstrate this on stream, show you that little icon, and just explain to you how I can easily see this becoming extremely addicting. So I'm hoping, I know, but it's basically true because it's the same sort of like little cheap dopamine hit, you know, and you just get it regularly. Like I'd get notifications on like Facebook or whatever, but I never particularly like cared about them. This sort of like numerical validation of like, hey, people are watching your shit. These random people you don't know liked the thing you made. I like that feeling. I shouldn't like it as much as I do, but I do. And so I need to be very careful and very aware of the fact that I feel that way and make sure that I sort of monitor myself and don't fall too deep down this sort of rabbit hole. Because I know my personality, I know myself, and thank God I'm getting into this now. Thank God I didn't grow up on social media. Facebook basically started becoming big while I was in high school, and even then I didn't particularly see the appeal of it at the time. But I would say the way that people used Facebook 15 years ago is vastly different from how people use social media now, where it really is kind of just putting yourself out there and trying to appeal to strangers, to an audience. It's not necessarily at least for what I've seen on Instagram and TikTok, it's not necessarily about just keeping up with your friends or keeping up with what your friends do or whatever. It's putting on a performance for strangers. It's a whole different environment, man. When you never got validation growing up, getting it from others does wonders. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm one of those people who my weakness is that other people's validation and praise is extremely important to me. It shouldn't be, or at least it's not important to me, but it always feels really good when I receive it, or especially if I have empty praise of hey, you're so great, you're such a great person, blah, 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 non-specific stuff. That's not that important to me. But when I work hard on something, or when I put a lot of effort into something and somebody points it out and tells me and notices, that's how you get me to do more of that shit. Why, thank you, Diesel. So it was the same at the wedding. It's I put quite a bit of time preparing all the stuff for officiating my sister's wedding, and so many people after the wedding came up to me and told me how much they thought the perfect, thank you, keep me in check, Pomo, how much they enjoyed the ceremony, how great a job they thought I did. Every single person that did that, I was like, oh, thank you so much. I wouldn't say I'm not trying to right now, but I actively consciously try to avoid fishing for compliments, because it doesn't mean anything to me, or it doesn't have that impact unless it happens unprompted, unless somebody goes out of their way to come up to me and say something like that or notice something like that. These notifications are a very, very cheap facsimile of that. But it does give me a concerningly similar high. And because I know that that brain thing of mine, of how important I value that sort of validation, I need to remember to keep that in check. And I was going to bring this up next, Pomo. I get it. During LD and Down to Jam, I checked that sleep. Dude, the dopamine hit that you get when you see a little orange number in that little speech bubble on Ludum Dare, every time, man. Every time. It's actually, especially when it comes to Ludum Dare streaming and streaming other people's games, there will be times when I'll have a notification in that corner. And you know how when you get a birthday card or something from your grandparents or your parents, and you have to open it up and pretend not to see the money inside and just read their nice message and then just be oh, thank you. That's how I feel every time there's notifications in my inbox on the Ludum Dare page and I'm playing other people's games on stream. I have to consciously try to ignore it and not check them and see oh, did somebody comment on my game? Oh, what did they say? It's a conscious effort to ignore it. Okay. So take a look really quick at INFP for Myers-Briggs, please. I am an... Oh. Am I an INFP? I think I'm an INTJ/P, I think. But I forget. I forget what the F stands for. F is feelings versus thoughts, right? Yeah, I had this somewhere. Feeling, yeah. INTJ, yeah. Well, I mean, there's only so much credence that you can give into a test like this, but it is always a little bit. It's a good conversation starter. It should never be a conversation ender in terms of like, oh, I guess you just wouldn't get it if you're INFP, so I guess we just can't come to a solution. No, it's more about just kind of like understanding how someone thinks. I mean, we can definitely go through this real quick. I regularly make new friends. No. Complex and novel ideas excite you more than simple, straightforward ones. Yes. You usually feel more persuaded by what resonates emotionally than you do by factual arguments. Not always. Your living and workspaces are clean and organized. Hell no. You usually stay calm, even under a lot of pressure. I would say not usually. You find the idea of networking or promoting yourself to strangers very daunting. I wouldn't say daunting's the right word. I don't like doing it. It feels fake. I'll say probably a little bit disagree. Or actually, sorry. Shit, I can't go back. Oh, previous step. A little bit, maybe. You prioritize and plan tasks effectively, often completing them well before the deadline. No, rarely. People's stories and emotions speak louder to you than numbers or data. Not all the time, but usually. You like organizing tools like schedules and lists. Kinda, yeah. Even a small mistake can cause you to doubt your overall abilities and knowledge. Back in the day, yeah. These days, not as much. You feel comfortable just walking up to someone and find interesting and striking conversation. Fuck that. You are not too interested in discussions about various interpretations of creative works. Are you kidding me? You prioritize facts over people's feelings when determining a course of action. My previous little relationships would probably rate that a little stronger. I'm a bit better at that now. You often allow the day to unfold without any schedule at all. Yup. You rarely worry about whether you make a good impression on the people you meet. Nah, I'm pretty self-conscious about that. You enjoy participating in team-based activities. No. You enjoy experimenting with new and untested approaches. Yeah, kinda. You prioritize being sensitive over being completely honest. I do sugarcoat things quite a bit. You actively seek out new experiences and knowledge areas to explore. Knowledge areas for sure. Yeah, I would say so. You're prone to worrying that things will take a turn for the worse. Yeah. You enjoy solitary hobbies and activities more than group ones. Can I more than agree? You cannot imagine yourself writing fictional stories for a living. Mostly just because writing seems like a lot of work. You favor efficiency in decisions, even if it means disregarding some emotional aspects. Not always. You prefer to do your chores before allowing yourself to relax. Nah, I have bad self-control with that. Step 5 out of 10, holy shit. In disagreements, you prioritize proving your point over preserving the feelings of others. No. You usually wait for others to introduce themselves first at social gatherings. Yeah, usually. Your mood can change very quickly. Yeah, kinda. You're not easily swayed by emotional arguments. No, I can kind of cave to that stuff pretty easily. You often end up doing things at the last possible moment. Maybe even more. You enjoy debating ethical dilemmas. As long as they're hypothetical. You usually prefer to be around others rather. Fuck no. You become bored or lose interest when the discussion gets highly theoretical. No. Well, not always. When facts and feelings conflict, you usually find yourself following your heart. No, I'll usually follow the facts, I think. If it's just me involved. You find it challenging to maintain a consistent work or study schedule. Ha 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 ha. You rarely second guess the choices you have made. Your friends would describe you as lively and outgoing. No, I wouldn't say so. Maybe like the first time they meet me when I have my like extrovert mask on. You're drawn to various forms of creative expression, such as writing. Not writing, but other forms. Usually base your choices on objective facts rather than emotional impressions. Yeah. You like to have a to-do list for each day. I should have a to-do list for each day, but I don't. You rarely, you rarely feel insecure. Well, not all the time, but I do. You avoid making phone calls, 1,000,000%. You enjoy exploring unfamiliar ideas and viewpoints. I do. You can easily connect with people you've just met. I'm good at mirroring people that I just meet. I'm generally pretty good at leaving a good first impression on people. I wouldn't say that's like a connection, but I'm kind of good at that. If your plans are interrupted, your top priority is to get back on track as soon as possible. Yes. You are still bothered by mistakes you made a long time ago. No, I don't really hold on to regrets all that much. You're not too interested in discussing theories on what the world could look like in the future. I mean, it's usually depressing, but I'm usually interested in that. Your emotions control you more than you control them. Hard to say. I'll probably say disagree, though. When making decisions, you focus more on how the affected people might feel than on what is most logical and efficient. Yeah, I do that. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy rather than organized and consistent efforts. Yup. When someone thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it'll take for them to feel disappointed in you. Oh, just stab me in the heart. A little bit. You would love a job that requires you to work alone most of the time. I'm torn on that one. Because again, another thing that motivates me to do better work is external validation. Like praise from the team or from the manager or something. That would be tough. But I like my solitariness. So maybe a little bit. You believe that pondering abstract philosophical questions is a waste of time. Not really. You learn more about yourself. You feel more drawn to busy, bustling atmospheres than quiet, intimate places. Fuck off. If a decision feels right for you, you often act on it without needing further proof. No, I'll think about it until I die. You often feel overwhelmed. Ha. You complete things methodically without skipping over any steps. Sometimes when I'm programming and shit. Do you prefer tasks that require you to come up with creative solutions rather than follow concrete steps? Yeah, kinda. You're more likely to rely on emotional intuition than logical reasoning when making a choice. No, I don't think so. You struggle with deadlines. I generally meet deadlines, but it is usually at the last minute. So I would say not particularly. You feel confident that things will work out for you. I think so. I don't know. So normally I think I waffle between INTP and INTJ. What we got? INTPT. Yep. So it's always the second one or the last one, the J and the P that I'm usually hit with. So I'm either the logician or I'm like the, what is it called? Like the delegate or something. So there you go. I am hardcore introverted, intuitive, and it's usually, yeah, this is the one that I'll waffle between two. So like thinking and feeling and then assertive and turbulent. So, okay, there you go. There's a little bit about me, eh? Always Jay, I judge everyone. I'm not doing the BDSM test, Pomo. It was actually back when I was in undergrad, and I wasn't as in tune with like the weeb scene yet, but I had some friends who were. They sent me a random internet quiz. It was like, Jared, take this and send us your results. So I'm taking it. I was be like, all right, I don't know what this means, but it says I'm a uke. They sent me a quiz to determine if I was a UKE. I thought it was pronounced uke. It was pronounced uke. And the quiz was to determine what I would be in a yaoi relationship. The seme, i.e. the top, and the assertive one, or the uke, the bottom, the submissive one. And they had the same reaction as Diesel. I was an uke. Yep. That's the bottom one, yep. What reaction did you have? Confusion. Because I didn't know that was a thing at the time. I grew up as a sheltered Midwest boy. Hard bottom. Ugh. They got me pegged. Just like I'm not going there. Nope. So, let's get to some numbers, shall we? But first, I gotta check my notifications. Oh, actually, so here's another thing too. Thank you, watching you process. Wait, what was this? Oh, somebody asked for the VODs and stuff. So, things have been going interestingly. I've been learning a lot. So I'm gonna pull up, I'll pull up all of these here. TikTok. I have some things to say about TikTok. I'll tell you what. I have some things to say. YouTube Shorts. Because for anybody who isn't aware, Shorts Summer is currently happening. And all that means is that I am posting short form content fresh out of the oven every day on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. So if you haven't been following that, I can't escape. I cannot escape K-pop Demon Hunters anywhere. Even my boss brought it up today as like examples for character design. I can't escape it. So, has anyone else been watching along? I should hope so. So here's a thing that I'm struggling with right now. Because, like I had mentioned before, okay, so let me roll back here. The reason that I'm doing this is there's a couple of reasons. One, I want to just practice getting better at video editing and creating this kind of content from like a timing, sort of camera cuts and things like that. There's a lot of ways that you can make a relatively boring moment seem a lot more interesting in the way that you edit it. And I think that's really neat. And I've always enjoyed video editing, even back when I was in high school. So I want to get better at that. There's that aspect of it. And I'm enjoying the process, which is good. There's also the idea that posting these things consistently on other platforms and exposing yourself in that way, I should have phrased that better, is a good way to sort of grow your platform or grow your audience. That's a pretty relatively big reason why I'm doing something like this or experimenting with something like this. But actually slightly above that, and this is hearkening back to like, oh, I like getting praise from people or whatever. I mostly like making things and showing them to people. It's one of the main reasons that I got into game development. My favorite part of game development is not necessarily the process of making the game, but watching people play and enjoy it. And they don't need to like give me any praise for that. I just like knowing that somebody enjoyed the thing that I made. So that's kind of like the thing that's keeping me consistent. Not necessarily like, oh, I want to reach like partner on Twitch or whatever. That would be awesome. That'd be cool. But even just a bit more than that, it's just like, I think it's neat that people are watching these and they're enjoying them. So every little heart on these things, it's admittedly probably a little shallow, but I just like knowing that people enjoy or find entertaining the things that I put effort into and make. That's been true ever since I was a little kid. I've just liked entertaining people like that. And I'm trying to embrace that a little more. So you've probably noticed that I've been putting a lot more efforts into content this past year, or at least that's the sort of resolution that I decided to focus on. So it's actually very difficult for me to release these on a daily basis, not because I'm running out of content, but because I just want to release it all at once. I want to put it all out there. I'm actually a little bit frustrated right now because the repo shorts that I've been posting, I don't think are all that great. I think the Jerry one is definitely my favorite of the bunch. But it's a little frustrating to me right now that because I want to release, like, I want to at least be consistent with like the games that I'm releasing daily. So if somebody enjoys, say, like a repo short that I made and then they follow expecting to see more repo shorts, I don't want to throw a curveball to be like, haha, fear and hunger time. I want to at least stay a little consistent like that. And the repo shorts were some of the first that I made. And they're probably some of the worst from like a pacing and just like worthwhile content sort of perspective, in my opinion. I think I'm being a little too critical because they have been getting quite a few views. But it's frustrating to me because I kind of want to get out of, I want to get away from the repo shorts and move on to other ones that I've made later, like weeks after, that I think are a lot better and a lot more entertaining. But I still have 2 more repo shorts in the chamber that I need to get out of there. But I can't just release them all at once because, one, then I'll screw myself over and I'll run out of content and I won't be able to post like daily anymore. And 2, if I want to maximize like the number of people that see these things and the number of people that engage with it, I have to drip feed it daily. I found that consistent daily upload is definitely the difference maker in terms of like whether or not people will eventually see your stuff or whether or not your stuff will get like pushed up in the algorithm, especially for YouTube. So if we go to the shorts on YouTube here, I've posted quite a few shorts, but they have been very sporadic and not really scheduled at all. So the first one knocked it out of the park for some reason. People love the hit the NOS short. That was like, oh, people watch these things. I should do more. And then just like every now and then I would post a short. Sometimes they would hit. Most times they wouldn't. I'd get like sub 100 views just because of how infrequently I was doing this. But once I started posting like daily, so this is around the time that I started posting during short summer. Oh no, that was Buckshot Roulette, so it was the one after this. So the first one I posted, the me side one, I should have split this up into 3, whatever. Or no, I think it was like 4 or 5 in here. This was the very first short that I made. I really should have split that one up. Just 17 views. That's fine. That's kind of what I expected. That's normally what I get on like YouTube and stuff. And then the next day, and the next day. Interestingly, this one was sitting at a much lower view count than this one for a good 24 hours. The thing that I found about YouTube Shorts in particular is on Instagram and TikTok, you will get at least a couple hundred views almost immediately, like within an hour or 2. And that'll generally determine whether or not they like take off or kind of just like fizzle out. It seems difficult for somebody who's like not following you or visiting your page to find your videos and increase that sort of engagement. So once this thing has had like its 8 hours in the spotlight, it probably won't get any traction after that. YouTube Shorts is different. With YouTube Shorts, it seems like you'll have a little bit of a small little spike of views if you're lucky, of like 100 some odd people finding it. And then it'll kind of slowly start growing from there. For the longest time, this one was sitting at like maybe 300-400 views. And it's kind of been slowly climbing since. It seems like the discoverability of like legacy content is a bit more prevalent on YouTube Shorts. So I've found that interesting. Nobody engages on Twitter. Twitter to me seems like the platform that you can only really seem to get engagement on if you already have a following. This does not seem like the platform to get a like build a following. It seems so difficult to even get your posts seen by anyone. So you see here like 11, this little number here. This isn't necessarily the view count. Originally I thought it was. This is the impressions count. This is how many times it's popped up on someone's feed for some reason. Not necessarily that they watched it, but that it's popped up. The view count is usually much lower. So what I'm seeing here, 1 unique view and 8 views total. My guess is that this is me, and every time I open Twitter, it just shows my most recent, the last page that I left off on, and it's my post. I don't think anybody has seen this. And I'm not doing like a woe is me thing. I'm just saying this is interesting because this is the case for basically all of my shorts. So let's see. Let's go. I think, yeah, dude, this dumb little Fear and Hunger short has been the top performer on every single platform. It's wild. So this had 101 impressions. There were some people who actually engaged with this. A couple people liked. I think I see you, Rook, in the comments section. But it only got 37 views. Impressions and views are very different on Twitter. So as of right now, I don't see that much benefit to posting to Twitter other than populating this page with posts on the off chance that someone wants to follow on Twitter, or I somehow build a following on Twitter based on the content that I'm doing on other platforms. And in that case, I can find a bit more reasons to post on Twitter other than these shorts, maybe like going live updates or whatever stupid shit. I posted like these thumbnails that I accidentally made while editing one of the shorts that I kind of thought was funny. But as of right now, I don't see much of a reason to post to Twitter with the expectation that anything will come of it. And again, this isn't coming out of some sort of like, oh, I'm frustrated. Why isn't this doing well? I'm putting so much effort into it. No, this is like purely just objective observing, like who uses Twitter and why do they use it? It seems like nobody's using Twitter the same way that they're using Instagram and TikTok, where they just want to discover. Jitsbo, thank you for the like 3 minutes ago. Nobody uses Twitter to discover things. They use Twitter to follow people they already like. In my opinion, that's what I'm sort of perceiving from this. It also probably shows how bad Twitter's gotten. But to my knowledge, the way that I also used Twitter was just to follow like some artists or creators that I liked and fill my feed with a bunch of just like cool artwork and stuff. Occasionally I would browse the For You page, but most of my new people that I would follow would be retweets from people that I already follow. To be like, oh, that person's pretty cool too. Yes, Twitter has gone down the dumpster in the past like year and a half, which is unfortunate because I started using Twitter like 2 years ago. But yeah, so this has been very interesting to see because, and this is the reason that I feel like it's a good idea to go multi-platform when you're releasing content, because if I had to pick a platform that I would like start regularly releasing shorts, like a single platform, my initial instinct would have just been like, oh, just use the one that you use the most and that everyone, from my perception, everyone was still using and talking about despite how much they complained, how much they didn't like it. I probably would have used Twitter, and that would have been awful. Just awful. So now, quick little ramble about TikTok. Almost everything you've seen here, I think up to, when was it? Right here. Everything from here down to here. This was my, like chronological. This was more recent than this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All 8 of these have been uploaded twice. Because initially, every single one that I uploaded got 0 views. And as somebody who has made enough like random ass YouTube content that would get like 5, maybe 10 views, I wasn't too surprised. In fact, I thought it was pretty normal. It was like, I mean, hell, TikTok has billions or hundreds of millions, I don't know how many users using it daily. I can't imagine how much content is uploaded every single second. It makes sense that my uploads would probably be drowned out when there's no one on my follower list. There's no one like checking in on these things. So I'm just like, oh, okay. Well, I'm just going to keep going on the grind. I kind of expected this anyway. I just like making this shit. And then I got curious. And I just Googled just like, it is kind of weird though that 8 in a row and not like a single one. The thing that tipped me off was the fact that Rook had gone to my first TikTok and liked it and commented on it. And the video still said it had 0 views. So I was just like, I wonder if this is a bug. So I just Google like TikTok 0 views. And turns out, yeah. I don't know what exactly caused it. I have a couple theories. One, I was a new account and I looked suspicious. Even though I was not trying to spam my channel, I was just trying to post a single thing a day the same way that I was doing on TikTok and Instagram, and at least, or not TikTok, but on Instagram and YouTube. And I was at least getting a couple of views. 2, I might have been using too many hashtags. I thought like the maximum that you can use was 10. I recently discovered this morning that it's actually 7. So maybe I was tripping something in the algorithm there. But 3, and the most interesting one, was that I was using my PC to upload everything all at the same time. Just be like, all right, here's the one for Instagram. Here's the one for YouTube. Here's the one for TikTok. Just keep drag and dropping the same file. Just I'm sitting here. I can do it all at once. And the moment I uploaded this one, which was a pretty solid performer all around on the platforms, except Twitter, obviously. Like YouTube got a bunch of views. Instagram was one of my top posts for the week. The moment I deleted this and uploaded it again from my phone, 8 days after I had uploaded initially and had 0 views, within 30 minutes it had over 200. Thank you. Thank you very much. I have to try, if anyone's nice enough to comment, I have to try and engage them. I want to encourage them to come back. And I'll have you know, Toxic became my first follower. Not necessarily, like, my first new follower. I love you guys and I appreciate it. But when a stranger who doesn't owe you anything, doesn't feel obligated or anything, or I have no pretense that they'll feel obligated, follows, it's like, oh, that's kind of neat. So it worked. So in my Googling, I actually discovered that my perception of TikTok was completely wrong. It's not, I thought it was going to work a lot like, say like when you upload a game to Steam with no promotion and you don't tell anyone. Hundreds of games are uploaded to Steam a day. You'd be hard pressed to have somebody find that game in the sea of games that are constantly released. I thought TikTok was going to be like that too. There's so much content on TikTok. There are so many users that are using it daily. What are the odds that my tiny little 13-second video is going to reach anybody? Turns out it is actually extremely rare, if not impossible. Like, there's a glitch in the system if you get 0 views on a TikTok. Like, there was probably something that fucked up in the algorithm that forgot to put your video in there. Because I didn't think about the fact that people aren't necessarily choosing the content that they consume on TikTok. The algorithm is. 100% the algorithm is. This isn't like something like like long form YouTube videos where people are looking at thumbnails and you're trying to draw them in and attract their attention, or like the Steam thumbnails on a game or whatever, where your job is to market yourself and bring that attention in, TikTok's algorithm is going to be the thing that determines whether or not somebody sees your content. And as long as you're tagging it with things that the algorithm deems that user is probably going to be interested in, if somebody's interested in Twitch streamers or small streamers or dead or alive, this might show up while they're scrolling. And the fact that there are hundreds of millions of people using this app, the odds that your video gets seen by none of them with like an automatic like algorithmic process is apparently extremely, extremely rare. And that's especially true considering the fact that after whatever glitch happens where I was just getting 0 views on everything, once I started like deleting them and re-uploading them, again, once to twice a day, I didn't try to spam everything. I was getting views. Now, granted, apparently, I'm learning TikTok lingo. What they call 200 view jail is like basically a lot of people view this as the equivalent of like 0 views. This means that your video got put into the algorithm and didn't get enough engagement to stay in the algorithm, apparently. But this is still a stark difference between 8 straight uploads of 0 views. It makes a lot more sense now that I know how this app sort of works, that you'll at least get a couple hundred just from posting. Even like the shittiest content will probably get a couple hundred because it'll just be automatically put in front of someone's eyeballs as long as you tag it with something that that person might be interested in. So this is making a lot more sense. It was very validating to see this happen where, like, let's see, starting here, this was like the back-to-back clip. This moment is great. This clip is awful. I'm super blurry. It's not subtitled at all. It's not very clear what's going on. I didn't expect this to do well, and it didn't. And that's where most of these sort of clips, this was kind of still me. This is early on, like YouTube days, that I was just uploading clips kind of for posterity, not necessarily like trying to craft them in a specific sort of like way to entertain people and cut them in an interesting way. It wasn't until this one that I first was using DaVinci Resolve and actually trying to make a clip more entertaining than it originally was. Like take an entertaining clip and then enhance it with editing. This is the first time that I really tried to do that. And it was very validating to see that it was one of the first shorts that broke out of 200 view jail that people actually seemed to enjoy. So this was when we were playing Lethal Company with mods, and we were just pushing each other around.
Jerry, you are looking mighty suspicious right now.
That could be true, Mastiff.
Come here for a second, Jerry. We need to talk. We need to talk.
I love that moment. I love it. So it has been pretty validating that the shorts that I've been putting, that I had put more effort into at the time, were getting more views than just like my shit it out on Twitch, shit it out from like Twitch's auto thing, and just throw it up. You got to break 200, 300 views to stay in the algorithm. I didn't know that, but I still think it's neat that even like 100 people saw this thing. Even if they scrolled on by it, at least I know that it got put into the algorithm and people saw it, you know? And each of these, like, you know, 130, 120, they're pretty paltry views for TikTok.
Okay.
But some people still like them. One person favorited it. So now we get to some interesting differences between TikTok and Instagram. Because again, I'm uploading all of this stuff simultaneously on all these different platforms. it seems right now that Instagram is like my top performer in terms of engagement and views. And that could be a little bit biased because of one short that absolutely just took off. And that might have... No, it didn't necessarily impact, I would say, the viewership. Maybe a little bit, the viewership of future shorts. But the differences vary wildly. So I'll actually... So I guess just an immediate example. The short that I posted today. Jerry proposing to me. Beautiful moment in repo. This one got 6 likes and 265 views. Pretty low compared to what like the last couple of shorts I put up were. Like the rest of them were like 1,000 plus. And then once I started uploading these other repo shorts, they haven't been performing that very well. On Instagram. On TikTok, these have been doing a lot better. Yeah, no, I don't... Like I said, Pomo, I'm not a fan of these shorts either. I didn't think that they were interesting enough by themselves to warrant a short, and I didn't really edit them all that interesting. This was me first trying to, like, make short-form content. I really want to churn through some of these early shorts to get to the ones that I actually think turned out great. So it's killing me to release these shorts on a daily basis and not just like fire hose it out. Because I want to make sure that I can maintain the schedule for as long as I can. I'm still opening up DaVinci basically every day. I'm not necessarily cranking out a whole short every day. Sometimes I am. But more often than not, I'm cranking out a short like maybe every 2 days. Which I only have about 2 weeks of runway to do that before I sort of catch up with my latest thing that I've made. So I got to kind of stay on top of that. But this is interesting that that these shorts were pretty low performers, while they are some of my higher rated shorts on TikTok. Interesting. Another really weird thing is the fact that, and this might be a difference between like Instagram users and TikTok users. I don't know. I don't have enough data yet, but this me side one has like I really should have split this up into a bunch of different shorts, kind of like the repo ones that I'm currently releasing. Right around there. Let's go to analytics. Sorry for the flashbang. At around 9 seconds, basically 90% of viewers drop off. And that 9 seconds is right here. 90% of people only watched the first one and then swiped. A little of that is on me because this does look like an end screen and it lasts maybe for a bit longer than it should to give someone enough time to scroll past. But then there's 50 more seconds of this that almost nobody has seen on TikTok. So, interestingly, this has, 143 views? One of my third lowest, it looks like posts. On Instagram, this is one of the only 3 posts. There's this one, the Buckshot Roulette, and then obviously the Fear and Hunger one that have cracked 1K. Short form content equals short attention spans. But Reels is also short form content. It seems like, and also another one that did very, very well was another compilation short of Jerry breaking things. Good. This is one of my personal favorites. I love this one. This is probably my favorite repo short, and I wanted to start off with a bang. Steven! I love this one. This one did very, very well on Instagram comparatively. 1,700 views. This is my second highest viewed video after the one that blew up. And it did relatively okay on TikTok, but over 1,000 views more on Instagram. My hypothesis is that users on Instagram are a bit more open to longer short form content. Like instead of 10 to 20 seconds, they're more willing to watch like a 30 to 60 second short. And that's normally how I like my short form content as well. If I'm ever like browsing through like YouTube shorts on my phone or something, I kind of like there are some streamers that'll post like their highlights from like horror games or something like that, and all the jump scares or whatever, and there's like 3 or 4 different clips on that, and I kind of just like going through all of them and stuff like that. That definitely does not seem to be the case for TikTok. They want one singular focused quick thing to view, go, and then move on. So after seeing the performance of this Me-Side one, I'm just like, shit. Like, there's technically 4 or 5 different shorts in this one clip, and 90% of the people who watch this only saw one of them. So if I want people to see the rest of these, I should split them up and post them separately. Unfortunately, I did edit these to kind of be used as a clip montage sort of thing, a bit more longer form. So I don't think they necessarily function that great on their own. And that's kind of how I feel about the repo shorts that I'm currently releasing. I don't think these necessarily function that great on their own. But I do think it's still a better idea to split them up just to sort of maximize the number of people that see them. Reels in general are longer, 30 seconds to a minute. See, I'm learning these things. I had no idea. I am unfortunately, releasing the same version of all of these everywhere. I don't think I have it in me to edit a different version of these for every single platform, because despite how it might look, some of these take quite a bit of effort, especially some of the later ones. But now we're gonna move on to the biggest surprise of last weekend, which is this one. We'll just watch it real quick just so that people have the context. First of all, I uploaded this, let's see, August 23rd, 2024, almost a year ago. And in that time, it's garnered almost 1,300 views. A pretty solid performing short on YouTube. One of my 3rd best performing ones at the time. Pretty solid engagement from something that I had uploaded to YouTube. I uploaded it basically unedited outside of just the little end title card, and just threw it up on Instagram. It's like, fuck it, I'm catching up with YouTube shorts before I start posting new stuff. It was just a random like Friday night, and I just threw it up there without thinking about it. And for about 24-ish hours, it was sitting about where I expected, at like 200, 300 views. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Some people saw it, but it didn't really catch. That's fine. I don't think it's that great. I'm a little blurry in it. It's not the best quality, whatever. I thought the pacing of it and the timing of it was pretty funny, but whatever. I wasn't expecting anything from any of the things that I was re-uploading. And then it started to go up. By the time I noticed what was going on, I think I posted it in the general, and I'm glad that I captured the view count on that too. Yeah. Just that little ironic, oh man, this is doing numbers. This was at the time by far the best performing video that I had posted on any of the platforms. Nothing had cracked like 1,100 max at the time. So 3,800 was like, oh wow, hey, this one's kind of blowing up a little bit. And then it just kept going and going and going, and it's still going. It's currently sitting at 262,000 views, which is just unfathomable to me. I don't understand it. Because it's a short of Pomo getting blasted in the ass. Never say my ass did anything for you. Exactly. Exactly. You got some attention, Pomo. We're going to go over the comments right after this. I'm sorry. What was that? Pomo's? Pomo's? Speechless. And that's all it is. That's the whole short. So, we're going to go over some comments. Because I've made some collages. There are a couple of themes for these comments. The first one. What is this game? What is this, and is it on Steam? Game name? What game is this? So many people. This is on Instagram. This is, so I got 262K views on Instagram. And it's still a top performer on all the other platforms, but magnitudes less engagement. So almost 1,300 views on TikTok. Highest viewed one there. Again, like third highest one on YouTube Shorts. And it's the one that got the most engagement, surprisingly, on Twitter. It got a whole 33 views. That's pretty unprecedented for 33 views and 100 impressions. That is like 10 times better than almost anything else that happens on Twitter. So this is such an anomaly. But yeah, so many people asking like, what game is this? What's the game name? What game is this? Is this on Steam? And I guess just nobody looks at like descriptions or hashtags or even other comment sections, because there's plenty of people saying like typical Fear and Hunger moment. Oh, I love Fear and Hunger. It's like, this isn't even the worst thing in Fear and Hunger. They just type that comment and just ask, which makes sense. I get it. I just think it's kind of funny and silly. So that was the first type of question, or that was the first type of comment. The second, and one of the most prevalent types of comments, was a lot of Diddy shit. Five Nights at Diddy. Did Diddy make this game? Nah, you can't let Demon Diddy you and run off. What the actual fuck? Diddy monsters before GTA 6. No way, Diddy monster is real. Nah, there's Diddy monsters in the game. Average berserk scene, I was pretty proud of my comment. It got a lot of likes. Every monster in Fear and Hunger is presumed Diddy, until proven otherwise. A lot of Diddy shit on Instagram. I'll be honest. I know what's going on with Diddy. He is not a big enough part of my life to the point where I think about him ever. But apparently a lot of people do. A lot of people like bringing up Diddy when some sort of thing happens. Another type of comment was a lot of comments about Pomo. I guess the Night Lurch is a pomosexual. Pomo the homo now. Pomo can and will get it. Poor Pomo. Bro, help Pomo already. So you get some sympathy, Pomo. Somebody get Pomo a med mist stat. Now Pomo is a homo. Congratulations, Pomo. You're famous. You are like the #2 most talked about thing in my comments section. So that was kind of funny to see Pomo get so much love from the comments. Now, let me see here. Wait, hang on. Let me double check before I bring. Okay, yeah. This one, it was just one comment chain that kind of just made me giggle. This actually happened to me before. Very common. Somebody replies, in game, right? No, I'm just British. What does that mean? What do you mean? What the fuck? I just thought that was hilarious. So, now we're going to get to the types of comments that I don't know why they bugged me so much. And I don't know why they were so prevalent. And I'm going to go on a bit of a ramble here. So many people insisted that I was doing things wrong by flipping a coin before I flipped a coin in Fear and Hunger. You're really fucking with your luck. Why flip a coin and the hope that the same side gets flipped again? Statistically, it is more rare to flip a coin and have it land on the same side twice. You should have gone tails or just guessed from the beginning. You know that you're kind of fucking up tossing a double coin, ain't you? Somehow, a lot of people thought that I was screwing myself over statistically by flipping 2 coins. One in real life and then one in the game. In this thread, people don't know how statistics work. Well, this was the first person, I believe, to have said that, and you can see he got a lot of replies of people going back and forth talking about no, it doesn't matter. They're independent. They're independent sort of factors. One doesn't impact the other. And the level of density that some people had is just like, nah, dog. Like, if you flipped heads, it's more likely to flip tails. Like, what? And okay, here's the thing. Yes, it is statistically less likely to flip 2 heads in a row than it is. Wait, no, is it? No. So then to just flip a single heads. Sure. It's more likely to flip a single heads than it is to flip 2 heads in a row. You are correct. But that's not what's happening. So it's a 50% chance to hit heads and a 50% chance to hit tails. Hang on, I gotta write this out. I should have my Wacom tablet. Hang on. We're just doing it in Notepad. Fuck it, we ball. If you want to flip 2 heads in a row, that's a 50% chance times a 50% chance, which is going to equal a 0.25% chance. So that's to flip 2 heads in a row. But guess what? It's the exact same for heads, tails, for tails, heads. It's the same. But this isn't what we're doing. What we're essentially doing is like, imagine you just put a marble in one of your 2 hands and say, guess which one the marble's in. And I just flip a coin and I say, if it's heads, I'll guess left. If it's tails, I'll guess right. Am I statistically more or less likely to correctly guess which hand the marble is in if I flip that coin? And I know I'm preaching to the choir. I know all of you know how this works. But this is just a good example of how statistics really fucks over people who think it's not. I don't necessarily blame these interpretations because statistics does not make intuitive sense a lot of the time. You know, it feels like if you were to flip heads, or you flip like 3 heads in a row, that you're bound to hit tails at some point, but it's the same exact odds. And that's an easy one to think about, you know. But then there was one use case that I legitimately had to think about for a little bit, and I'm just like, oh shit, yeah, I can totally see how statistics would fuck some people up. So I have a quiz for y'all. And I want you to come up with an answer as fast as you can. Don't try and pull out a calculator. Don't try and do the math. I want you to tell me what you think, like, intuitively this would be. I'm going to pull up a Yu-Gi-Oh card. And I legitimately had to sit on my couch and think about this for a while before I shocked myself with, like, the conclusion. Like, wait, is that right? If anybody is familiar with Barrel Dragon, here's its effect. Once per turn, you can target one monster your opponent controls. Toss a coin 3 times and destroy it if at least 2 of the results are heads. Now, without thinking about it too hard, what do you think the probability is that you will successfully destroy a monster when you toss a coin 3 times and at least 2 of them have to be heads? This kind of fucked me up for a little bit because I'm not used to thinking statistically like this. You got to calculate the chance of all 3 of them being tails. Okay. And the chance of 2 of them being tails. Uh-huh. Add those and subtract. That's what I thought too. So what would you get from that? So that would be tails, tails, tails is going to be 0.5 times 0.5 times 0.5, right? And that equals out to 12.5%. 1 in 8, random guess, right? It's not immediately obvious, right? The answer may shock you. So here's the thing. Pomo's on the right path. The odds of flipping 3 tails in a row is 12.5%. Now, because the order doesn't matter, we also need to calculate the chance of 2 of them being tails. And that can be done a couple of ways. It could be tails, tails, heads. It could be tails, heads, tails. Or it could be heads, tails, tails. The fucked up thing is that these all have the exact same probability of happening. Any combination of these 3, tails, 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 heads, tails, heads, heads, tails, heads, tails, heads, all of them in those specific orders have a 12.5% chance of happening. So these are all of the cases in which you would not destroy the monster and you would fail. Here's the fucked up thing. And I literally had to double check this and was like, no way this is right. And it is. Here's all the ways that you can succeed. Something look weird? If I add up the probability of all the different ways that you can fail, 12.5 plus 12.5 equals 25. You add them all together, it's a 50% chance to either succeed or fail. That doesn't feel right, right? That feels wrong. I thought after I did the math in my head and kind of came to that conclusion, I was like, that I need to double check this. This doesn't feel right. You flip 3 coins, and if 2 of them are heads, you destroy a monster. And that has a 50, it's the exact same as flipping a single coin. I don't think you should, I think you should give a person a raise who designed this card, because what's cool about this is that it's more interesting than a single coin toss. And the reason that it's 3 coins is for each of the barrels on this dragon. It's good flavor. And it doesn't fuck with the design at all. It makes sense. It didn't make sense for me at the time. Like, I didn't believe it when I came to that conclusion. And this is why I still think it's kind of funny that it happens so much in my comment section, but I don't blame people for not having those statistics sort of click in their brain. It might click a little bit more for me just because I'm an engineer and I kind of just grew up. I was built by the math. But even then, there are some statistical things that fuck with my brain because they don't make intuitive sense. Like, first instinct, what do you think it is? Rook said, was it? Oh yeah, Diesel said 1 in 8, random guess. It's hard. It was hard to sort of tell, just like off rip, without actually like, I had to do the calculations to come to this conclusion. I couldn't just like tell you, it's like, oh yeah, that's a 50. That's the same as flipping a coin, you know? Because it's 3 coins, and 2/3 of them have to be a specific one. Like, how does that equate to an even split 50-50? But mathematically it does. That's so fucked up. It's technically a 4 in 8 chance though, right? Because these are all the successes and these are all the fails. So yeah, there's 8 different permutations of this. But 4 of them will result in success. Yeah, you were kind of close, you know? But I meant 8 more combos. Gotcha. So this is why I did think it was kind of funny. Like, at first, I was laughing at these people. I thought, God, these people are dumb. And then I had to think about it. Just like, statistics is a weird form of math where it almost sometimes feels like it's trying to trick your brain, you know? It's probably the least intuitive math there is out there unless you study it, like, as part of your profession. And I got humbled real quick when I remembered about Barrel Dragon. And I tried to do the calculations in my head, and I thought it was going to be easy. And I spent an embarrassing amount of time literally just like sitting on my couch, staring into the middle distance, trying to visualize what the probability was that this thing succeeds in its effect. I was humbled real quick. I still don't get the game show host or one. Okay, the Monty Hall problem. Yeah, that's that one. See, that was what was fucking with my brain when I was trying to think of Barrel Dragon statistics. So for anybody who's not familiar with the Monty Hall problem, basically it's like this. I don't know if it was an actual game show or if it was like an idea, like a thought experiment thing. Let me pull up Paint so I can better illustrate this here. Man, I wish I had plugged in my Wacom tablet. I've been keeping it unplugged because I think that's what's been causing my streams to crash. So I think I have enough brain power to explain this. So the Monty Hall problem was basically a contestant was given a choice between 3 different doors. 2 of those doors had goats behind them, and 1 of those doors had a pile of cash behind them. So let's say, hang on. Let's change some things to a circle. And we'll turn it green. Let's say this was the door that had cash in it. And the other 2 had goats. And let's say, okay, so you have to pick a door, right? So if I were to pick, where are my tool things? There we go. Let's say I pick this door. I lock that one in, and the host basically says like, all right, you picked that door. Now I'm going to show you a door with a goat behind it, like a guaranteed goat door. So then they'll open up this door, and you know this door doesn't have the money in it. The host then asks you, do you want to keep the door that you picked, or do you want to switch to the other door in hopes that you'll find the cash? And the correct answer, there's a statistically correct answer. First of all, does anyone in chat, if you don't know the solution to this, what would you do? Would you stick with the door that you picked, assuming that you didn't know that this was a goat door? All you know is that this door had a goat in it. Do you stick with the door that you initially picked, or do you swap doors? There is a correct answer. Yes, he shows you one door. After you select your door, he shows you one that has a goat behind it. One that guaranteed does not have the money behind it. So what is the correct answer? No. This is literally like a statistics thought experiment, because there is a correct answer to this that will maximize your odds of getting the money. So what would y'all do? No one? Not a thought? I know the answer I won't spoil. Fair enough. The correct answer is that you always switch doors. And here's why. So, let's back up here. You pick this door. You have a 1 in 3 chance from blindly picking this door to have selected the correct one. A 33% chance. Where's my colors? There we go. So, you had a 1 in 3 chance of picking that. And now, you know... Oh, come on. Now you know for a fact that this door was incorrect. So now there's a 50% chance that the door you picked was the money door. But when you picked the door, it was only a 30% chance that you picked the right one. So odds are you picked the wrong door first. So now that the odds are more in your favor, it's always going to be more likely that the door you didn't pick is the correct one. I'm blanking on what the actual statistics of it are, but basically you have a... Let me think here. You have a 1 in 3 chance of selecting the correct door off rip, just first guess. But you have a 1 in 2 chance of selecting it the second time, assuming you switch doors. So it doesn't make intuitive sense. There are videos explaining this, yeah. To the brain, I think instinctively it doesn't make intuitive sense that statistically it is always better to switch doors. But once you run the math on it, you're just like, oh shit. Okay, so this is something that I should always do. It's not always guaranteed to work, and that's, I think, the fucky thing about statistics, is because in any other math, the correct answer is the correct answer always. But in statistics, the correct answer is usually the correct answer. So you can still do the door switching strat and end up with a goat. You have a 30% chance of that happening. But you're a lot more likely to get the money if you swap doors. It's weird. Statistics is freaky. And it still makes me fumble to this day. So, this still makes me laugh though. How much were we talking? I don't know. It was like a 70s game show. It was probably like $10,000. Goat may be the play, you know? That'd make for a hell of a dowry. Okay. I have one more thing to bring up. And it's my beeps. My eyes went right to it. Went right to it. I have some beef with TikTok. I have some nice things to say and some very not nice things to say. First of all, for anyone who doesn't use TikTok, and I was told this ahead of time, so I kind of knew what to expect. When you first install TikTok and start just scrolling through it, everyone's like, yeah, no, it's just awful. It's garbage. Like, you need to give the algorithm time to adapt to your tastes. And boy, were they not kidding. I was getting fed so much dumb AI slop and just nothing that interested me for like 2 days. But now this thing's got me pegged. This thing's got my number, and it did not take long. It's recommending a bunch of like animator shorts, and I forget what else. What else is on my For You page? I don't even know. Just goofy shit that consistently makes me chuckle. This thing is scarily good at what it does. And fortunately, I still have like a preference for longer form content. Like generally when I'm consuming video content, it's on my phone playing in the background while I'm like doing dishes or something. So I'm very rarely kind of just like sitting down and just like scrolling through content, especially I think I still value being able to select my content. So this thing doesn't have its grips on me quite yet in terms of like sitting there for hours just scrolling. But I can feel the pull. And I would say the most insidious thing about this app where I'm legitimately like, that's evil. That's so insidious is this right here. So you're scrolling through TikTok. Oh, see, it's shit like this. It's like, I always loved seeing like musicians react to like Undertale music and shit like that. So that guy's on here. You're just like scrolling through TikTok and you're just like, okay, I think I should stop. I think I'm done for the day. Normally, when I want to exit an app, I'll hit like the back button. It'll take me back to the homepage, and then I'll hit back again, and it'll just close out the app. With TikTok, I hit the back button, and it's like, wait, are you sure? Here's another one. And then you see that little message up there. It said, tap again to exit. That's fucking evil. That's so insidious. Now I have to tap it. And if I wait too long, if it's like, oh no, I liked that one. It's like, oh, you still want to keep consuming content? That's good. I'll hit the back button again. Oh, you gotta double tap to get out of TikTok. It's gross. I hate it every single time because I feel so manipulated, because the point of any social media app is to keep you on it as long as possible, because it's cliche to say, but if it's free, you're the product. Like your data, your viewing information, and all of that stuff is what's carrot gold to them. So they're trying to keep you on these apps for as long as possible. And the way TikTok does it, like its algorithm is good enough to keep you on there and keep you scrolling for hours. But the fact that when someone tries to stop, it tries to prevent that and like hook them back in is, I don't like it at all. So like, let's see, Instagram here. We're here on Instagram. We're scrolling through some posts and shit. If I hit the back button, it scrolls to the top. That's fine. I expect that. It's the same as YouTube, but it's not showing you something new, right? It's just like scrolling you back up. It does the same thing on Twitter. So like I'll scroll through Twitter and just be like, all right, I'm done with Twitter. Gone. Just gone. YouTube, same fucking thing. I can scroll through some stuff. Oh Jesus, I screenshotted that. I'm sending it to the Ruds. That's a fucked up one. The Shrek Dragon AI. That was new to me today. But we'll just like, I'll even just like click something here. Watching a video, blah, blah, blah. Hit the back one, and it closes that out. I generally use this to go to another video. Sure. Hit the back button one more time. Top of the page, fine. It's not trying to serve me new shit. TikTok just feels gross. Like you're scrolling, lots of cool stuff that I'm interested in. I hit the back button, and it's like, are you sure? Here's something else that you're like have a high likelihood of being interested in. It's like, yeah, you know what? I did like that. Thanks, TikTok. That was a good one to end on. Hit back again. Well, here's another thing that you might be interested in. We got your shit on lock. We know you better than you do. So you're probably going to stick around and watch this one too, right? It's like, This lighting's fucking me. It's like, fuck, yeah, you're right. That was pretty cool. All right, I'm really done now. Well, here's another thing for you. Are you sure? Yeah, I mean, if you really are not interested in this content that's designed to grab your attention in 3 seconds or less, it literally has... Hang on, let me pull up some analytics. It literally has analytics that you can see... Or maybe that's engagement, viewers. Maybe that's Instagram. But it has analytics that tell you what percentage of your viewers clicked off after the first 3 seconds. That is a specific marker for them. And I just feel that's so... I don't like it. Oh, speaking of analytics, though, I've discovered a secret. Basically, all of my shorts have been... It even has like a breakdown of like your viewers and things like that, and their like their age, their location, their gender, and stuff like that. Unsurprisingly, 95 plus males watch these shorts. That makes sense. But I found a way to break into the female audience. And that secret, weirdly enough, is repo shorts. 28% female on this, the me killing Andrew short. And the real shocking one for the Jerry proposal, we crossed the threshold, baby. 65% female viewers. I don't get it. But the ladies love repo. I don't know why. Consistently, my repo shorts have a much higher than average female audience. I'm not going to do anything with that. There's nothing for me to do with that. I just think it's kind of hilarious and interesting. I'm still stuck on that Shrek Dragon AI. Yeah, I literally screenshot that while I was looking through my phone. I was like, I gotta send this to the Reds because this is the most fucked up thing I've ever seen on YouTube. This means the ladies love Repo and Jerry. Actually, let me check out that Jerry, one where we're all yelling at Jerry, and see how many views or what the breakdown was on that one. Viewers. Ho ho! 50-50 split. How about that? And yet when I go to one of my top rated ones, or one of my top viewed ones, the Fear and Hunger Night Lurch one, this is normally what it looks like. 90% male, 9% female. That's a pretty normal breakdown, but for some reason, the ladies come out in droves for Repo. And I couldn't tell you why. I didn't expect that. I can't think of a single reason as to why Repo, of all games, has a higher female viewership. Not necessarily more than men, but just in higher than average female viewership. Interesting. I don't know what else to say about that, but just interesting. Friend slop. I feel like that kind of appeals to everyone, though. I don't have like a higher than average female viewership on my Lethal Company videos. And that's like the poster child friend slop. That was like the OG friend slop. Still a mostly male audience. People love watching girls and their friends scream, but they're not watching. Well, I guess it's getting served to them more, so maybe they're consuming just general Repo content more. But guys also love like watching girls and their friends scream. Why do you think like VTubers are so popular? So I don't get it. I don't know. But it's interesting. Shit, there was something else I was going to say about this. Fuck, let me check my notes. Oh, there's one more thing. So, hang on. Let me see if I can find these real quick. I need to share some of my this one. And then this one, and then this one. I need to show you some of my favorite follower notifications. So I get a couple of interesting ones. This one scared me. Steven has a social media account. Watch out. The man has broken the laws of physics. The last time Steven used social media, he made a Facebook account in 2010. He made a post that said, "I'm going to the zoo today." And he never opened it after that. This man does not use social media. This was a jump scare. Another one that I'm just like, this is funny, but I feel like I shouldn't be laughing at this. I'll just let that speak for itself. How? Why? Why? It's really the profile picture that just gets me with this. The name is ridiculous enough, but the fact that he has like a dedicated just like image of this is just wild. And then as I was browsing through TikTok this morning and making my posts and stuff, I got this little notification that popped up at the top of my screen. That one made me chuckle. But okay, so last thing I'll say about TikTok. After I Googled, hey, all of my videos are getting 0 views, is this a glitch or something? The answers that I would find, I thought were on like TikTok support page, because it was like the top response on, or it was the top entry on Google. So I clicked it and it turned out to just be a bunch of TikToks with those sorts of titles, like telling you like, oh, if your TikTok is getting 0 views, here's what you do. You open it up, you edit it a little bit in the phone, and then you repost it, and then it'll start getting views, because sometimes it just like glitches out or whatever. So I watch a couple of those. I was like, all right, a couple of these people are saying the same thing. And then obviously TikTok got it in his mind that I wanted to see more of that content, like that rise and grind sort of content of like, here's how you maximize your followers on TikTok. Here's what you need to do to follow the latest trends. Here's what you need to do to go viral. And it's such an interesting world that these people live in, because the stuff they're saying is insane to me. There are so many people, like I'll get like, it'll pop up in my feed occasionally and I'll still watch it, because not because I'm like, I think the advice is useful, but just because it's fascinating to me to see how these sort of people operate. They're saying things like, if you want to blow up on TikTok, you need to post like the same way that you use TikTok. Every time you're opening the app, you should be posting. Every single time you want to see something on TikTok, you should be posting. And there's other guys who are saying it's like, if you really want to grow on TikTok, if you want to maximize that follower count, if you want to break out of 200 view jail, I know some people who have been doing this for a long time and they're super successful. They're posting 5 to 20 times a day. I'm like, what? And these people are succeeding? These people have hundreds of thousands of followers with TikToks getting millions of views. What are their TikToks? What are they? What kind of content could they possibly be churning out at 5 to 20 like posts a day? That's more than just like, yo, just chilling on my pool. Yeah. And then that's the video. And then they'll post something else. It's just like a close-up shot of them like grilling some chicken or whatever for 8 seconds. Throw that up there. Like what? I don't even think it's, even if I was doing 5 to 20 like interesting or noteworthy things a day, I wouldn't have time to like record and post that shit. Even if I'm just trying to hit that quota and I'm just sitting on the couch doing literally nothing all day, I don't think I would have it in me to post 5 to 20 different things. And if I did, it would be the most boring shit in the world. And how is that? What? That's what so many people think you have to do to get success on TikTok. And apparently some of them are right. I just find it so fascinating. I don't get it. But so many people are just like, yeah, you need to be posting at least 5 times a day. I'm just like, gee, I thought me posting once a day was ambitious enough. Like, this took a lot of prep ahead of time, a lot of work to even get like, hang on. Here's everything I have on deck right now. Most of these you haven't seen yet, and I'm still making more almost every day, and it's a lot of work to maintain that sort of consistency and schedule. And I like to think that like the slightly above average quality of like your typical like TikTok slop makes it a little bit more successful than average. Like maybe more of my videos are getting 500 plus views. I'd consider that to be a success. But I can't imagine any of these getting half as many views if I was just churning them out like 4 or 5 times a day. I don't know. I don't get it. I still don't get social media. I'm learning. I've discovered a lot of things about myself that I don't like. But despite all of that, I'm still really enjoying this. I love these sort of daily releases. I do still love this stupid little notification number. It still makes me happy whenever I see it. I just need to be very careful not to place too much value into it. Like, just treat it like a nice surprise. And I still have enjoyed the process of just opening up DaVinci and making these little things. When you have a completed short that flows really well and has a lot of great like punchlines and cuts to it, it feels good, man. I'll put that shit on my phone and I'll watch it a couple of times and be like, yeah, that's a good one. Sadly, this was the only repo one where I'm just like, yeah, I like this one. So buckle up. I'm not doing a great job marketing myself, but buckle up. The next 2 shorts are going to be repo shorts, and then we're going to be finally getting out of the repo saga and going into some more shorts that I'm a bit more proud of. After this one absolutely blew up, I definitely started prioritizing Fear and Hunger. But because I want to release as many of them back to back to back as possible, I'm going to be holding off on posting Fear and Hunger shorts until I finish making more of them. I'm basically going through all of the VODs and picking moments here and there that I want to make. So I don't know what we'll be doing next after Repo, but I definitely want to change of pace. So TLDR, short summer is still going on. A post a day on all the platforms every day for as long as I can go. And it's going good. I've been enjoying it. And hopefully y'all have been enjoying it too. It has been a lot of fun putting all these together and putting them out there in the world. I've been really liking it. So, I am going to go to the bathroom and get a drink. And then we're finally going to be doing what I promised. We're playing some Donkey Kong. I'm really looking forward to it. So we're just actually going to change the category because I knew I was going to be yapping about this shit for a while, because I have found this whole process to be not only enlightening, but also a little bit scary, and at the very least, interesting, engaging with all this stuff. Hopefully y'all found it interesting. If not, sorry for wasting 2 hours of your time. Donkey Kong Bonanza. All right. I will be back with another drink and an empty bladder. Be right back. All right. We have reached that point in the night where I have graduated from drinking water to alcoholic water. Cheers. All right. Before we get started, this is a bit of a moment that could be nostalgic or historic for some. Yes, because it's not the weekend. What the other rewards are. We're going to get a little bit of a nostalgic ASMR here. When's the last time one of y'all have opened up a shrink-wrapped game? It's been a damn long time for me. Let me think. It's probably Bayonetta 3. A couple weeks ago. They still make them. Yep. I went to Best Buy as early as I could, and I saw so many people walking out with tiny little red cases, and I was just like, shit. I didn't pre-order anything. Am I going to get one? 2016. It's been a while, right? This used to be like my favorite thing. It's like opening up a new game, getting a little... I don't even know if you can hear this shit. Do you need to download this? No. This was one of the games that Nintendo's like, no, it's all on the cart. Don't worry. I may need to download an update. We'll see. But there you go. I hope that was satisfying. Oh. This is a bummer. The fact that they don't put manuals in these anymore is a massive bummer. Alas. Alrighty. Oh, it's a little red cartridge. I didn't even realize. There's a day one update, but it's playable without. How big's the update? My internet's fast enough, I guess. Hang on. Let's put that green screen back on so I'm not blinding people. All right. Gotta get Bayonetta 3 out of here. I made the mistake of trying to start it again because I haven't beaten it. And I forgot that Donkey Kong was releasing in like 2 weeks when I started it up. Don't recall. I don't have a Switch 2. Just read some posts online. Gotcha. I actually know very, very little about this game. I didn't even watch the direct for it, so I'm looking forward to it. It's one of those things where like I'm not necessarily concerned about spoilers for a 3D platformer. But when I know that I'm going to be playing a game, I like to try and go into it as blind as I can. All right, we're also gonna have to... There she is. All right, hang on. Let me just do a volume check here. All right, that's pretty loud. So I'm gonna need to turn that down. Okay. That should be fine, I think. If this is about as loud as it's gonna get. Okay. Yeah, it should be good. Alrighty then. Let's get to it. It's good that I'm playing this tonight because I probably won't have any other time to play it today because I have a movie to watch after this. If you have not seen a Goofy movie yet, get on that. It's going to be our last review of spring screening. So if you want to participate in the finale, a Goofy movie. That's our last movie of spring screening. We'll still be watching Hoodwinked at some point later in the year. But spring screening is ending tomorrow. Be there or be square. My Switch is on airplane mode. Oops. Alrighty then. Yes, close it. No update there. Okie dokes. Sure. Is it still auto-saving? I'm aware. No assist mode, please. Golden bananas. Tasty rumors lured prospecting monkeys to a strange isle. Far off the shore. Bro! Ah! Welcome in.
A Goofy movie? More like the 13th lame movie that wasn't one of my picks. Salty? No, not me.
You did get shafted this year, Roka. My apologies. Oh, is that right, Pomo? Keep it going. There's our boy! There's our boy right there! Oh, baby. Oh, baby. And there it is. Oh, okay now. Well, hang on. This is kind of crazy when I saw this in the trailer, just like how destructible these environments were. I'm just like, say less, I'm sold. This is a good little introductory area. This is either going to be a fun, interesting stream for people to watch, or incredibly boring because I might be too like locked in to the experience to the point where I'll forget to say things. So, buckle up for that. It could be that the first 2 hours of this stream were the most interesting part of it. Ooh, oh, wait a minute. Uh-oh. The biggest question is if Chunky is dead. Oh, wait, what's this? Bananium chip. Trade these for bananas at any chip exchange. Uh-oh. I saw someone who spent like 3 hours clearing this entire room first. 3 hours? Why does it... Oh god. Where am I? Where am I? There we go. I mean, they give me too much to break. So my only... Hello? My only concern when I saw that you could, like, break through the floor and stuff, too, was that I'm just like, oh, they better not be hiding any, like, cheap bananas where, like, you have to clear an entire room to find everything. Because it seems like all I'm finding right now are, like, these little gemstones, which seem about as useful as, like, Mario coins, i.e. not that much. And I'm totally fine with that. I'm just exploring a little, but I did find that bananium chip. So I'm a little... This does tickle my tism in many ways. In terms of like, yeah, I'm gonna get a kick out of this once I saw it in the trailer. So there's another one. So it doesn't surprise me that I'm spending so much time just fucking doing this. There are some bananas like that, but there's a tool in the game that gives you help with that. All right, that's all I need, really. As long as I literally don't need to destroy an entire room, and that's my only way to find a banana, I'm fine with it. This is some crazy tech, though. Interesting. Uh-oh. I'm gonna need to get used to A to jump. Ugh. I forget if Mario Odyssey was like that. It's been so long. Alright, fine, I'll get the banana. Oh, I punch it? Oh, banana. Nintendo saw a game about digging a hole and ran with it. Yep. They absolutely saw that, and then within a span of like a couple months, they threw this one out there. It's like, we can do it better. That just one person made that, we got a whole team ready to go. And then they just shat this out. In very little time. True story. Well, it's no, because like I'm used to like the bottom button being jump instead of like the right button. But I'll be able to get used to it. That's basically what I had to get used to in like Kingdom Hearts when I first played that. I'm just like, ew, why? Jak and Daxter and Ratchet and Clank do X to jump. I guess it's been a long time since I played a 3D platformer too. Hello. Whoa, DK! You look pleased as punch. You must have dug up one of those golden bananas. Yes, sir. Folks are finding gem-like bananas all over the mine. It's a yellow letter day. I bet there are more buried up ahead. Oh. I accidentally inhaled into my glass and blew a bunch of whiskey fumes into my face. Gimme, gimme. Gimme, gimme. Banana. Yep, this feels... Oh god, my eyes are watering now. Oh. This feels just about as good as I would expect. Very, very ambitious, but I think a great idea to like base your game around these sorts of like this destructibleness of the entire environment. It's crazy ambitious because you have to like design all of your levels to be that dynamic. So that's what got me most excited when I was seeing this trailer. I'm just like, oh fuck. There's so many There's so many like ways that you could apply this, but you have to do it so deliberately. Donkey Kong is taking all these miners' jobs. Yes, he is. Note it down. Donkey Kong hates miners. Red Faction? That is right. Red Faction did do something like that as well, didn't it? I never played it, but I do remember that that was like a big selling point of it. It's just I think it's just a crazy ambitious thing to try and do. Because either your levels will have to be like very generic and samey, or you have to just put a lot of time into making all the considerations that are required to like build a fun to traverse world that is also completely destructible, you know? Okay, oh, boxes, hang on, let's get those boxes. Can I swim? Okay, okay. Oh, I see you there. What's in the boxes? Okay, so these coins are a lot easier to come by than I thought. That's good to know. So I won't have to be digging as hardcore as I was in that tunnel. There was a PlayStation game, I think it was Mercenaries 2, that had crazy building destruction. I think I remember that. I didn't play a lot of those like modern shooter games when they first released, but I at least followed them a little bit because I would watch X Play on G4. I found me a whopper. That's mine now. Thank you. Through the banana mining belt. What do you think of that? You didn't watch X. I did watch X Play for the games. I did. I promise you that. That's how I discovered like The World Ends With You in BioShock. I promise you. You're talking to the man who doesn't notice asses, Gorley. I was there for the games. Morgan Webb was great as well. DK, you can't just snack on another monkey's banana like that. Do something. Oh, it's fine. There's plenty of bananas hiding in here. Ripe for the mining. Yeah, I liked Adam Sessler. He had a fun little podcast that I would... It was like called like Sessler's Soapbox that I would listen to occasionally. If you ever get far enough to a certain piece of clothing for Pauline, I'll remember the not noticing ass thing. All right, you got it, man. You can hold me to it. I probably won't notice. Give me shit. Oh, that's kind of neat, though. Hang on. I think I knocked... Let me try that with it right here. That's cool. I can knock shit into other shit. I'm about that. I'm all about that. This rock's too tough to dig through. You think? Okay. Easy peasy. Ghost lost the kind of guy to watch the AT&T commercial and walk away, only remember the phone plan. What AT&T commercial? Wait, which one? Oh, hand slap to collect. Ooh, okay. Hey, that's kind of neat. I like that. I smell treasure. Nah, man. This is gonna tickle my ADHD brain way too much. Nah. This feels too good. That's too much. AT&T girl commercial? AT&T girl commercial. Milana Vaintrum? Instant crowd? Hang on. See, I'll see it if I'm primed.
Guys, the sign's working!
Was it that one? Was that the one? Am I stupid? Is there a different one? 3 out of 10 ass showcase in that commercial, Roka. That can't be it. I don't know. This guy is losing his fucking mind. What? Wow! Okay. What a sight. They do not care. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. I'm gonna like this. Oh, I'm gonna like this. Huh? Oh. Okay. What do you make of this? I don't know. Oh, it's a checkpoint. Okay. Oh, ooh. That's neat. Oh, I see the sonar. Okay. Give me that. Digging up a snack. Oh boy. Well, hang on. I thought this was gonna be a little, give me all this stuff. This was gonna be a little side path, but this seems critical path. We're gonna keep going down a little bit, because I think we can. Give me all of it. Alright. Because something was boiling over here. Yeah, I think we can go down a little more. But I'm hoping I can come back up. Oh, it's just this? Okay. That's fine. I'll take that. Am I missing anything else? Okay. Okay. God, I feel like I'm being so boring right now. All I'm just going is like, ooh, I like that. Oh, I like that. Ooh, that's fun. I like that. Contributing nothing else. Where did you come from? Oh, well, hang on. I got this shit. Get me in there. Surely that was worth a banana. That was the most clever thing I've done so far. Alright, fine. That's fine. I hear a big storm's on the way. Well, not yet, not yet, not yet. Honey, you got a big storm coming. Okay. Is this critical path or? Looks like it. All right. Surely there's something over here. Surely, right? Yes, sir. No banana though, eh? Oof, oof, oof. Give, give, give. I'm feeling so self-conscious right now. Whenever I'm like locking in on a game, I just get an unchanging kind of just like serious face. Oh, okay. Hello. Don't stress over these banana coins too much. They're not unique. They're fun to get though. Yeah, I'm not stressing too much. They seem like, are they similar to like purple coins in Mario where like you kind of use them to, what was that? Back off, Boggs, the treasure's mine. Hello, Bowser's Big Bean Burrito. How are you? Because it says like you use them to buy bananas. Purple coins is something else. Gotcha, gotcha. Oh. A little bit of camera culling there. Does that mean there's something around here? That just feels too good. That just feels too good. Alright, I'm assuming that that is food. Like that's health. How you going? Whew, thanks for the save, DK. Those buggy monsters came out of nowhere. They were at my treasure. There's a big old pile of golden bananas just up yonder. Feast your eyes and feed your stomach. Adios, Diesel. Different from normal Mario stuff, but I would say the traditional coin is split into two, the golden and the banana chips. Yeah, that's kind of what I gathered. Not the Mario 64 way, there's a very specific star per level for honored gold. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I figured. Because that was similar in Mario Odyssey as well, but it wasn't like purple coins, it was like, oh, like here's a free oh, not a free star, but here's a moon in the shop that you can get for like 500 coins or something. I forget how, it's been so long since I played Mario Odyssey, but before the like the Luigi balloon DLC stuff, and I think they added more moons after that. Before all that, I had 100% everything. I got every single moon in that game, which I think were like 800 plus. I devoured that game. Everyone was gooning over Breath of the Wild, but I was a Mario Odyssey man. So I was more than pleased to hear this announced, because I think I had mentioned this before. Even though, like, the Odyssey team working on this game is already very promising, but I think a lot of people don't appreciate just how much DK fucking brings it with his mainline games. This dude rarely misses when a new game in his IP comes out. Oh, interesting. Oh, okay. Banana. Basically Mario Odyssey 2, but with Star Platinum from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Well, there you go. That's all I needed. Oh no. Get it, DK! I wasn't, oh, hey, he loses all his clothes now. Okay, I was gonna say, I wasn't all that high on his new design, but especially after seeing him in, like, Mario Kart and stuff, it's like, he is a lot more emotive with this new design, new face and stuff. I'm digging on it. Brother's got personality now. Oh, great. I haven't been paying attention to his face if it's been changing. I figured he had the same face for all of his bananas. I should probably, no, I don't need to add that as a sound alert because this is the only stream that I'll be playing this game. The rest I'll be playing off stream. Because I'm pretty sure you did mention Monster Hunter World, Pomo. As long as it's not rotten or mushy, this Strong Kong will eat any banana he sees. But I think we still streamed Monster Hunter World, I want to say, like, the day after it released? Is this the first time we've streamed a game on release? I don't know. We aren't usually, like, the bleeding edge in terms of new games on this stream. Usually we're about 20-ish years on average late to the party. Great, I love these tutorial things. Fun. Fun. Yeah. Always go backwards. Alright, just checking. Damn, look at that face. Look at my boy. Interesting. So I think I'm relatively aware that, like, basically this entire game, I think, takes place in, like, an underground setting. And I already had faith that, like, the developers would find a way to keep that interesting. But I am still curious to discover how they intend to do that. Where in the world are we? DK, are you okay? So I go this way. That is another interesting problem that they had to sort of figure out, is how do you handle camera culling and stuff like that? I'll have to see how much of that I notice, because it is an interesting problem that seems very difficult to sort of solve. I don't know how I would do it, so I'm kind of going to be paying attention to that. I want to go to bed soon. Woke your tip if you want 100%. I do suggest doing the most on one level as you can at once, because they reset when you do the next, as in the destruction you did is gone. I mean, that makes sense. Yeah. That's probably what I'll be doing anyway. But thanks for the hot tip. Good night, Pomo. There's the way out. Well, not yet. Not yet. Oh, I can't move the camera here. Hang on, I got a whole tube of gold here to... There we go. Give. Okay, so they give you kind of a little X-ray when there's like connecting caves and things. That's useful. Yes, I did save you. Good. Yeah, that's what I intended to do. Oh, hello. That's such a great idea right there. It's blocked by rocks. We can't get out. Damn, that sucks. Anyway. I love that, though, that you can punch something into something else and deal damage to it. That's gonna... I promise you that'll come into play in some way. That's really satisfying. Interesting. Ingot Isle Cave-in. Terrain strength. Oh, there's terrain strength. Okay. Nani. There goes. Wonder what fell. Huh? DK? You're okay. What a relief. Did you lose your britches when the mine collapsed? Yeah, is he just like running in the buff right now? What does this look like to the other monkeys? What's he got to hide? It looks like the entire Ingot Isle mine was pushed underground somehow. Also, the game's not the hardest, it's just not living up HP. Fair enough. The others are already surveying the damage down there. Oh, and something else just fell down after us. I sure hope everyone's okay. Fuck you. We go up. We can climb, right? And I fell. No fall damage, good to know. Oh, this is terrible. Yum, yum, yum. That was a shock. That sonar is a great idea. So now I know I'm not missing out on anything. I think, unless I have to dig like super far to get to something. Oh, holy. This definitely goes a ways, doesn't it? Brother. Ow, oh, did I hit something? Oh. This is crazy. This is just very technically impressive. I don't like these weird thorns. We got here somehow. Oh, I don't like these weird thorns. We got here now. Brother. Brother. Oh, brother. Hang on. I gotta explore around. Oh, man. Oh, no. I'm gonna spend so much time with this game. There's quite a view from the top of this beam. Well, hang on. When in doubt, mine it out. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Give me that. Okay. Oh, interesting. Wait, hang on. Do I just have to step on this? I guess so. Interesting. That's interesting. See, I don't even think these little gold biddies are like that valuable, but I'm just mindlessly ripping things up. Oh, I'm in trouble. I'm in big trouble. Oh. Is that it? Oh, oh, is this indestructible? Can I just like... Yeah, oh, it's not. Okay, that's fine. Give. Naruhodo, naruhodo. Yum, 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 yum. So far, this has been a a great sort of like introductory level where you can kind of just explore these mechanics at low stakes and still just, it just shows how satisfying it all is. Oh, I like it. I like it a lot. Okay. Up here? We already did this. Okay. Sure. Let's check out what this view is like. Good. What's up? Yeah, that area's been all thorned up. I saw it happen. That flying dirt pile lit up with a flash. That's when the thorns started growing all over. What was that thing? I don't know, man. What's this thing? All right, hang on. I'm doing some exploring here. All right, we've already been here. Hello. Nice to have some light down here. Ooh, a life. Float back after falling without taking damage. What? After falling? Oh, so there is fall damage. I just didn't fall enough. Interesting. Okay. This thing is amazing. Oh, give me that. We already got that. Hop in. All right, hang on. I'm still exploring. I'll take that. No bananas. Okay. All right. I think we're good here. We can kind of main path it now. Oh. Oh. Boink. All right. This is cool. I like this. That is going to be very fun. Ha! I see, I see, I see. I'm learning. I see. Give. And now this way. Ow. Oh, come on. Oh, it gives me some Mario fire ass. I see. All right. This way. Mind your step. Can I just throw this? There we go. Cool. Man, I am not. I'm forgetting the fact that I'm streaming right now. I'm not being entertained. I'm just playing, man. This thing's unbreakable. Oh, you think so? I wonder what this thing is. And that other thing that fell down after us. Oh, hey, DK. You've got here just you got here at just the right time. I've got a favor to ask. You saw something fall down there with us, right? I did. I think it made a crater when it landed beyond that tunnel. Could you go check out for us? You got it. After I break this thing. Oh, I can't. Okay, fine. One sec. I'm exploring. Can I break this? Okay. Can't put a dent in this stuff. Never seen it before. Alright. I don't think there's any... I don't think we're at a stage in the game where there's going to be any hidden bananas anywhere. Unless... No. Okay. I think we're good. I think we're all good here. No, I think we're good. Who needs a way down? Oh, we can climb. That's right. That's right. Hello? What is thou? These animations are too good. Oh, egg boy. Whoa, voice acting. Yes, 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 yes. Come over here, Rock. Oh, there we go. There's that little dash move I was looking for. Uh-oh. Can I break him with that? Oh, hell yeah. Okay. Come at me. Oh, we're good. All right. Easy enough. Hey, buddy, I can't break you, so it's fine. You chill? No. Still very interesting to hear. Very interesting to... I didn't expect voice acting in a DK game. Okay. The Odd Rock has decided to join you. You can now use the power of Odd Rock's voice. What? Huh? No. Oh, it's just a guideline? That's fine. I usually appreciate those guidelines because they'll tell me where I want to go last. All right. Okay, sweet. I mean, there's only one way to go, so I'm sure it'll be useful later. Hop, hop. Oh, but we can just... Oh, punch up, punch up, punch up. Thanks, small rock thing. You're braver than me. Now can break. Let me break this real quick, and up we go. Hop. I can already feel it. I can already tell how much time I'm going to spend in this game. This is dangerous. Break, damn it, break. That machine won't give me my juice. Here you go. Now that was satisfying. Oh, man. Use this barrel to check surroundings. You got it. Oh! Good idea. Good idea. Very good idea. That's cool. Oh? What did I see? I see you there. Oh, shit. Ah, shit. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. I found it first, but it won't open up. Well, I get the spoils. To the puncher go the spoils. Thank you. What a kind chap. He just knows that I could twist his spine 8 ways to Sunday. So he'll just let me have it. What? Oh, hello. I see you. Give. Okay, so that's... Oh. Interesting. Oh, give me balloon. Give balloon. I did. Thank you, little rock man. All right, let's check out down here. Surely. We can swim. Okay. Oh no, I'm worried about my productivity now that this is in my hands. Check on the other miners, will do. I think we're gonna be okay here. Zoom. Yeah, I don't think we're missing anything. All right. Buried treasure? It's mine. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Oh, I'll take that. I'm assuming these might also be like fast travel points too. Maybe. Hang on. Hello. Get out of here. Jam these tunes at any getaway. Oh, good. Oh, good. There's records to unlock. Great. Not on my watch. All right, fine. We'll go to the exclamation point. Whatever. Oh. No. Oh. Okay. What's up with these thorns? I don't know. All right. Whoops, we accidentally got a checkpoint too soon. Nice work, DK. I saw it all from here. I can't believe you destroyed that thing. You got it. Up ahead, you'll find the heart of Ingot Isle, Baboom Town. Be careful, okay? There are some weird critters poking around. Yeah, that's the spirit. If you get confused or lose your way, try singing a little ditty. Okay, so we can break these things. I just fucked it up. Man, the destructible things can move too. That's too much good. You have any DK franchise attachment? Not like a particularly like deep attachment to like the IP, but oh dear, ow. But every game I have played of his, I have really enjoyed. I definitely have like an affinity for just like platformers, particularly like 3D platformers. I was a huge fan of Donkey Kong Country Returns. I don't think enough people played that one. They mostly played Tropical Freeze, which was also very, very good. The classic Donkey Kong Countries also really hold up. I just think he's just very rarely missed in his entries. So whenever a new game, like a new mainline Donkey Kong game comes out, I'm like, color me interested. I wouldn't say I have like a deep connection to the character or anything, but his games have always slapped in my eyes. DK, my boomtown's being burglarized. Have you noticed every single banana we dug up has vanished? DK or Mario? I think I've enjoyed more DK games as on the whole. I've probably played more Mario games, but in terms of like the quality that I've experienced, I think I've enjoyed DK games more, honestly. We'll see if this one trumps Odyssey for me, because that's a very, very high bar. But I feel like this game has the chops to potentially clear it. We'll find out. But Mario Odyssey is definitely in like the top echelon of like 3D platformers that I really vibed with. The traversal in Mario Odyssey was, ooh, so good. You'll help us get all of our bananas back, right? Nah. Hi, you joking? You love bananas more than anyone else in town. Okay, fine. Fine, yeah. Great, then let me point you to our first clue. A rumor's going around that something strange is on top of Banana Mine. That path up ahead will take you there. So to my knowledge, this is generally or to my recollection, this is generally how Odyssey worked as well. Like, you'll enter a new level. There will be like a fairly linear main quest that you can go through. And then after that, it kind of opens up a little bit more. We'll see how this one handles it. Balloon, please. I don't know how useful these will be, so I'm collecting them all. Oh, okay, so these things respawn. I'm just like, I thought Karaoke? Color me interested. Oh. Is that like a full heal, I guess? Naruhodo. Oh, hang on. I see you. I see you. Have a snack, rest and recharge. What a hassle. Give. Thank you. Man, I feel like it's going to take a lot for me to get bored of this destruction mechanic. Oh, I'll take that. And now I can go through here. Yeah, no, that's, oh, this is good. Oh, it's going to take a lot for me to get bored of this. Especially if they keep finding new novel ways to incorporate it, which I get the feeling they will. Nah, this just feels too good. Just feels too good. How'd you get down there? I guess that's how. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I guess we'll focus on just like main quest stuff for now. And then we'll be back for the rest of the bananas. And by we, I mean I will be. Can I? Come on. Come on now, boy. Come on, boy. That feels too good. Okay, so that's where we're going. Good. I will go the opposite. Isn't this a great view? Yes. Apple juice. Automatically regain all health. Okay, so it's a phoenix down. Man. I'm feeling it. I'm really feeling it. Oh, I'm feeling it. Oh, no. Give. Oh, surely I can get in there. There we go. There we go. There we go. I had a feeling. I had a feeling this was gonna happen. I am not even streaming right now. I'm just playing a fucking game that I am really enjoying. All right, get me in here. Bloop. Ooh. Okay. I guess we can go main quest. Blast off! This way to the top of the banana mine. Good. Good. Pow. Another Hodo. Okay. I'm really looking forward to see what kind of speed tech. Dude, the speed tech in this is probably gonna be insane. I can't imagine how easily you could probably break some stuff like this. Some great enemy designs too that focus on the underground aspect of it. They're just too clever. Come on. Give. Another checkpoint. I'll take it. I'll take it. All right, yeah. I don't remember this being here. Nice. Nicely done. I respect it. Did I already hit this thing? Let me see. I don't think I did. Oh, it's just to go up here. Okay. Be careful, DK. I don't think I did anything over here. Oh, simple tools. That's fine. Let's go over here. Get these delicious gold blocks. Yeah, I guess we totally bypassed this area, didn't we? Gold rush. Oh no, we've been here. Okay. Upsea daisy. Oh. 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 There we go. Right. No. I guess I don't need it. Hey, DK, have you seen the summit? There's a weird snake with a mean-looking face up there. Is that a banana? It's that banana bandit. His flying dirt pile put it there. I saw it. Ah, I gotta stop breathing into this glass. It's going right into the fumes are going right into my eyes. All right, if my instincts are correct, it's boss time. Oh, I missed the other spots. Oh, well. Hello, sir. Yep, we got a bunch of health things here. It's about time. Ooh, a Midas monkey. What? Hello. Oh, Jesus. All right. Oh, Jesus, man. Oh, we can take partial damage. That's good to know. Aha, you dum-dum. That's cool. That's fun. I like that. I was a little confused. I'm like, how'd that dinosaur turn into that little rock monster thing? But I get it now. Da, bitch. Oh, is that it? I thought it was gonna be like an actual boss. There it is. There's the end of level triple right there. Man, they really are copy-pasting some things from Odyssey. But I'm here for it. Yeah, just jump down that giant mine shaft, DK. You got it. You love bananas, don't you? Ooh, banana. And he was never seen again. Nice. All right. Nice. Uh-oh. 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 The gold and bananas found throughout the underground world are made of the same mysterious precious mineral. Banandium. Oh, what do we got? Show me the reveal. Let's see it. I'm sorry, is that Sky? What in the Breath of the Wild? Or I guess Tears of the Kingdom? Oh no, this is tickling my, like, my Maiden Abyss itch too. Oh no. Oh no. This game is turning into my aesthetic. No. Oh, it looks so good. Outsiders aren't welcome here. These lagoons are just for us scrappy salvagers and no one else. If you're entering without permission, turn back. This won't stop me because I can't read. I'll take that. Banana. Oh, is that a bonus? What the hell? Oh, a skill point. Oh. I'm not as big a fan of skill points, but that's fine. Press and hold A over new skills to spend skills, unlock them. Okay. Jump shot, use a held chunk to do a double jump. By pressing A and then A again, will fire the chunk below and impact the ground. Interesting. Better collecting. Increase your hand slap range by 50%. Allows you... Okay. Chunk jump. Yeah, I think so. Okay, that's the only one we got. Now, I think I remember from the direct... Isn't there like a banana down here? Ow! Dick. I think they were showing during like the Nintendo Treehouse or something. Oh, little thing right there. I'll take it. All right. There was something around here. I'm going to be wrapping up soon anyway, but I swear there was at least one. Hello. Reveal hidden items on the map. Oh, aha. Okay, that's handy. So each one of these is, this is a neat map. Each one of these, I'm assuming, has like a map that's, and I can pin it. God bless you, game. God bless you. Oh, another map? Oh, a fossil map. There's different kinds. There's fossils. No, I love that. No. Oh no. Give banana. Hello, banana. Cave by the cave. Okay. I have to. I have to call it here. I have too many things to do today. I'm gonna like this. Cobot. Let's check the options real quick. This is fine. This is fine. I might want to turn this up a little more. Camera shake on, shake intensity, rumble, rumble strength. Yep, yep, yep. Wait a minute. Thank you. I think I might prefer that. Don't be upset that the game is good and that you're. I'm not upset. It's one of those things where, like, when I really enjoy a game, sometimes I'll get mad and just be like, damn it, why are you so fucking good? You're making me jealous. I'm really enjoying it though. Spent his bananas. I did. Okay. This should be good. No, I do not want assist mode. These new settings. Yes. All right, let me just see if this feels. Yeah, this feels a lot better when I can use the bottom button to jump instead of the right button. That feels a lot better. And there we go. Oops. And I can save whenever I want. God bless you, game. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's a dangerous button to just have right there. I am pleased. I'm very pleased. And I only played an hour. I will probably be playing this a bunch before stream. But this will probably be the only time that I'll be playing it on stream. Next week, we will be going back to Look Outside. And I'll be playing this in my own time. Tomorrow is going to be the final episode of Spring Screening. We will be discussing my last pick, a Goofy movie, which is what I need to get off of stream and watch right now before that actually happens. And then it's a big weekend of finales. We are going to be wrapping up our Pokemon Cabbage Green Nuzlocke Randomizer Challenge. We have reached the Elite Four. We had a tragic loss of Imogen Biggins. Rest in peace. We're probably going to have to do some grinding. I'll probably put a poll up maybe tomorrow to discuss whether we want to grind out the levels for Elite Four or if we want to rare candy it. It all depends on what people are interested in seeing. I can go either way, which is why I'll be leaving the choice up to y'all. Let me see here. Short summer will still be going on for, again, as long as I'm able. At least the next month or so. Probably longer. If you're interested in following daily shorts releases, we have YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Or if you're crazy, you can also follow on Twitter, but you would be the only one. Let's see where we're going. I don't necessarily want to. I see that Silverstone is also playing Donkey Kong. Let me check where he is at right now. Do I recognize what he's doing? Nope, I do not. So we are not going there because I don't want no spoilies. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Well, I gotta go here. Tyranno Maximum. We have rated them before, but I am very interested in what he is doing right now, which is a first playthrough of Undertale. And I am super keen to see that. Alrighty. So that's where we'll be going. Oops, I closed the stream. So that is what we have planned for the weekend. Look forward to it. I know I am. Until then, though,